Blow slay nika plathro mash teeth fall teeth mash kapla ni slay blow. Are you recording? I told you not to record yet!
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
Welcome, my fellow warriors. I, Melchizedek, on behalf of the Priority 1 News Network, welcome you. Let's begin this week's roundup of the news across the Star Trek multiverse, with news of rebrandings. You see, for several months, we've been caught in between waiting and wanting. And I'm reminded of the human author Paulo Coelho, who once said, quote, "Waiting is painful. Forgetting is painful, but not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering." End quote. Perhaps this inner conflict is now moot, for we have news! On Earth date the 19th of January 2021, multiple news outlets reported that starting March 4th, CBS All Access will give way to Paramount Plus! In the United States, that is. But, according to Engadget, quote, the streaming service will come to Nordic countries on March 25th, Australia in mid-2021, and Canada later this year, although Canadians will see the rebranding right away, end quote. Pricing information and the full content library of the rebranded Paramount Plus were not announced during the press blitz, but Viacom CBS will host an investor event on February 24th where they will, quote, deliver a comprehensive overview of the company's streaming strategy, end quote. Now already the marketing machine is pumping its promotion of the rebranding with a brand new commercial, juxtaposing the likes of Snooki with our beloved Star Trek characters, together scaling the side of the great Paramountain. It's snowy. Now, my Klingon heart is in fact conflicted. Do we need a rebrand? Do we need yet another streaming service? Perhaps this is simply a matter of personal taste. Nevertheless, this reimagined streaming service is supposed to provide a much larger library of Viacom properties from both television and film. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Now, on the topic of new content, this week the massively multiplayer game Star Trek Online announced that players can now, quote, become a Klingon warrior of 2255. That's right. With Star Trek Online's 11th anniversary just around the corner, players will be able to engage in glorious combat, just as my ancient brethren once did. Now, the new faction will have access to a wide range of advantages, including, of course, ferocity and a heart of honor, but most importantly, an exclusive costume! But how does one recruit a player to the Klingon faction? Well, besides a call to honor, the brotherhood and the glory of the Empire, and the undeniable attractive ridges, really, well, a recruitment event is the way to do it, of course. And the Star Trek Online dev team has once again outdone themselves. All of the glorious details have not yet been outlined, but here's what we do know. That by donning your bold ridges, you'll gain account-wide access to spectacular spoils. Quote, completing story arcs will reward you with a unique ground universal kit. Completing ambush kills in space and melee kills on the ground will unlock a starship trait and ground personal trait. And all three of these rewards can be shared for all characters on your account. End quote. So, if the kits, traits, and ridiculously righteous ridges aren't enough to regale you to reconnect with the Empire, well then perhaps a new Batleth? Or a Klingon bird of prey that scales with you all the way to level 65? Now you see, the bird of prey is a Macha refit and comes with the coveted Withering Barrage starship trait, increasing the duration of the powerful Scatter Volley. Do you need a more convincing argument to battle as a Klingon warrior? Well, if you do, perhaps the aforementioned 11th anniversary celebration will offer you the encouragement to engage. I have it on good authority that you will encounter the immortal Tenekiv, son of Empress Lorel. What is more interesting is the inclusion of the Tier 6 Alliance Temare Raider. The ship, according to the blog, combines Romulan and Klingon technologies to, quote, deliver a fast and powerful escort vessel capable of outmaneuvering and outgunning the enemy, end quote. A Romulan and Klingon a Romulan and Klingon vessel? Wait. A Romulan and Klingon vessel? Am I to understand that we are working together with the Romulans? This must be a Federation ploy of some sort. I mean, I understand that the cloaking device was a collaboration, but what Klingon in their right mind would collaborate with those honorless, green-blooded jackals of deception? Unbelievable! Nevertheless, there is a plethora of information regarding the upcoming event. So, when you are finished watching this broadcast, follow the links below for more information. But my dear friends, our time is up. But fret not, our parting is only temporary. Be notified of these weekly reports by subscribing and activating notifications for this channel. And if you've enjoyed this broadcast, please be sure to share it throughout your honorable house. And if you can't wait another week, my fellow Priority 1 compatriots fearlessly explore and dive deeper with greater analysis of all the news coming from the Star Trek multiverse. Just check us out over at PriorityOnePodcast.com or wherever you fulfill your podcast needs. Until next time, Kapla!
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.